might get a bit of playback, so I'm actually going to move the phone, which is what I use for cross streaming. But yeah, I've had a pretty wild day, but also I'm in a really good mood. I've had a lot of thinking about streaming and everything. I'm pretty confident about what I want to do, and what I'm hoping to do is by the end of this week, so Friday, I want to get the cottage done, completely finished. I've been working on a semi-big project. In terms of the cottage, it's semi-big, and it's actually a farming area, and also I hope the audio is okay for the YouTube viewers this time, because I know other times it hasn't been too great. So hopefully the audio is coming through alright. If it isn't, then I will look back over it, and we'll have a look. Anyway, yeah. How are you guys doing? Also, thank you. I've just bumped the mic there, sorry. Thank you for the. Actually, I'm going to check something. I will just mention what I was going to say in a minute. Where is the. Put them up a bit and down. Yeah, so thank you to all the new Twitch followers, which is Wardy802 and A10 Thunderbolt 4. This now means that I can actually look at analytics for my streams, which shows me how many hours I've streamed for, even in past streams that are not on Twitch anymore. And by the way, they stay up for 2 weeks. So if you want to watch them and you want to get notified when I do upload, obviously hit that follow button. Don't have to pay anything, you can undo it any time. But all that just shows support, as well as typing in chat does as well. Just shows a bit of support. I'll get on to what's on the left in a minute. But yeah, I can now look at analytics, how long streams have gone on for, how many people are following, like the increase and decrease in things, but yeah, it's really helpful. So thank you to everybody who's been very supportive so far. So yeah, I've been doing a bit of work off camera, and this, if you can't tell, is actually a farming area. Now, it was originally going to be some sort of flow down water area, and it still kind of is, but it's slightly different design. I also figured out something recently that's been in the game for ages. I'm just an idiot for not seeing it before, and it will be super useful when I build the concrete farm. What you can do is put an observer with its redstone butt facing up, so face down, into a line of redstone, and when that line of redstone gets powered, then that will activate the observer, which will activate anything above it. I don't know why I've never thought of that, but that means you can actually do the piston trick, which is over at the concrete farm. So you have a layer of pistons facing upwards on the floor. And what I thought you had to do was put redstone torches deactivated underneath, and then power them with redstone underneath that. But that wouldn't work anyway, so I found a way around it with observers. I don't know why I've never thought of it before, but I found a way around it, and I'm super duper happy. So that's all good. But yeah, this area is a farming area, and I actually started to dig out a bit of a trench here, and this is going to become a artificial river that actually joins up with the rest of the river that runs through the village. I thought it would be quite cool to have it sort of connect up with the farm over here, so I'm going to build in some sort of waterfall eventually. And it actually runs over past all the back of the farms as well, and I'm planning to build some sort of tunnel over there. There's going to be a cave in there. It sort of goes into where the other bits are, in like that bit of hill over there. So that might actually connect up to the cave where the entrance to the big mine is. The barn is done, if you didn't see in the last episode that I did on here, YouTube and Twitch. And actually YouTube streams, when I cross stream, they stay up for forever, unless I take them down, whereas Twitch they stay up for 2 weeks. Well, currently they do anyway. But I kind of got the roof done last time, and actually these front and back bits with the gradient. I think it looks super duper amazing, absolutely sick. I might want to add a couple more details around the bottom, like a bit of deep slate, just to add a bit of contrast with the black and darker colours. And then we've got some work to do around here, the front, with some house fronts. And then over like Thursday, Friday evenings, or the days, I've actually got longer on Friday, so I might do a part 2 to this point 5. I guess it would be a point 5.5, I think. or a 0.75. But I kind of want to build, like, make some mock-ups of some villager houses, but sort of tune them to the cottage that we built here and sort of upgrade them a bit, make them a bit more like fantasy themed. So, and then we're going to dot these around sort of the place to make it actually look like a mini village, and I think that'll look really cool. And also, once we've done this tower, that will look great as well. So yeah, everything's coming together. I'm super duper happy. I'm actually making decent progress, and yeah, it's all going well so far. But the challenge that we're going to tackle this evening, I've got about, how long, what's the time now? It's 20:40, so 8:40. So I've got about until 10 o'clock, so what? 20 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes? Yeah, I'd say that. So yeah, like I said, with the observers and the redstone, what I can do is find a place to place a lever, then connects up with redstone and levers, and then that will activate the water that pushes the crops down. I will actually go on top in a minute and just show you how it all works. It is pretty smart, but it's also super duper simple. But the first thing I want to do, which I should be doing currently, is finishing off this sort of stream or river here, just because this is where the crops are actually going to flow into once they've been farmed, and then this is semi-auto, so it does mean that I will have to go back placing all the crops manually again. None of the dirt will have to be hoed, because I'm going to waterlog certain spaces, but not so much that it interferes with the farming bit. And you may see that this bit over here actually connects up to the wall a bit. And speaking of wall, I did actually have to do some modifications around the back, but again, I'll go show you in a minute. But what I'm planning to do here is some sort of floodgate, so maybe have some sort of redstone activated systems that actually plays into the farming bit that we're going to have here. So the idea is that the floodgate will close when all the crops come flowing out, and it will open again when I go and place all the crops. So flick a lever, all the crops will flow down, floodgate will close, which means nothing will escape. Flip lever up again, floodgate will open, and all the crops will be in my inventory, and I can go plant the rest. So that's the basic idea, yeah. But all I need to really do now is just fill this river all the way around, and that should be all good. And because this is mostly full, as it makes infinity water sources all the way around, which is super duper helpful. And I have more than one bucket, which is also really good, because it means I can do multiple at a time, rather than just having to use one bucket, which will be way too slow. I'm also planning to maybe do some more villages today, because I know they're all grown up. I actually checked on them yesterday evening, so we may do some more farmer villages, put them in their places in the cylindrical island base thing, which is actually the next big project. So villages, like after this cottage is done, I need to finish up my trading hall and then get to building and farms and things. And I technically count a trading hall as a farm, because you farm sort of like shopping items from it. So technically yes. So yeah, that's the next big project. Then we've got some more like manual farms and some much more like bigger industrial sized also farms, which I'm gonna try and make toggleable for like on and off. But things like the cactus farm, obviously, actually there is a way I could do that, but I don't know if it would be very productive. So the way I could make a cactus farm toggleable is if I did, I realised I'm talking quite loud, is if I had a way to switch it to burn the items rather than collecting them, because then also it doesn't create so much lag either. And then I guess that could be the same with some of the other things. The wool farm, I guess I could have the dirt be pushed out, and the sheep are just standing on, because basically sheep need to eat this sort of like dirt to grow their wool back. So if I pushed a normal dirt block underneath with no access to one of these, or coarse dirt actually, yeah, that would work better. So otherwise the dirt would just get spread with this. If I put coarse dirt underneath with a piston like on a redstone clock, then that should mean that the sheep shouldn't be able to eat it, and then, well, at rule, it should stop the farm from functioning until I then want to go back. But it is also a lot more redstoning. And actually, speaking of redstone and resources, for this farm, I need quite a lot of iron, and I've run out like completely. My iron resources are completely like gone altogether. So either what I'll have to do is go and AFK at the iron farm at one point for like a super long time for a whole session, which is, if I have time after this, if I get to stay up to like 10:30, or if I stay up to 10:30, I will go AFK at the iron farm for half an hour, see how much we get out of that. Should be alright. And then, if I don't get too much out of that, what I will have to do is go on a mining session. And obviously it will have to be a mine outside of this space. What I've actually found, rather interestingly, is, I don't know if this is true or not, if this is just pure luck, that iron is actually more common in a desert. I don't know if that's a fact or not, or if it's, yeah, again, if it's just luck. But, yeah, that's how it's always been for me. So I'm guessing that is a fact then. Because it happens literally every time. So, well, if the iron farm doesn't work too well, what I'll do is head over to the desert, do a mining session, come back with the newfound iron, chuck it in the super smelter, make as many hoppers as I need to, and then just get this farm going. And obviously, when I do build up all the farms again, I'm going to build up a far more efficient iron farm too, just because, yeah, I kind of need one. Iron farms are probably one of the best farms you can get in the game, in my opinion. Which is why I kind of want like a super duper efficient one. Oh, that makes an infinite water source, didn't know that. There we go. And also, if you hear me go silent every now and then, it just means I'm thinking about something. Because with streaming, it's a lot easier to talk, because you can just speak your mind. Whereas recording, you have to go and keep up with everything that's going on. Yeah, with this you can sort of speak your mind a bit more, but also sometimes you don't really have too much to say, because it's kind of hard to think of what to say. You understand? You understand that? I'm not sure if you would do. Oh, and yeah, anyone who's watching, just type in chat hi or hello or anything you want, really. I just appreciate the support so much. And again, I appreciate the follows, and obviously anyone that's watching YouTube, you can indeed subscribe if you wanna. Again, it doesn't cost anything. You can undo it at any time, and you might want to watch some of my other content. I've done tutorials in the past, a bunch of different things. I think, no, I didn't do that, did I? Never mind. There was something I thought I'd done, but I hadn't. But there's yeah, I've made a playlist for tutorials and all the Sh4d0wcraft episodes. And speaking of which, every Sh4d0wcraft episode up to, I think it was 23, in Chapter 2 has been on YouTube until I decided to switch to streaming instead. So if you want to see like the full history of this world, how I've got to where I am now, and obviously you can go and watch that just to get a bit of context and everything that's going on here, a bit of a background, and yeah, how I got to where I am now. I'm going to keep going this river. Hopefully it looks really cool when it's done. And obviously I'm not just going to leave it like this, I will go in and texture it at some point. It may be off camera, it might be on camera, I'm not sure. We'll just see if we have time. The idea for today, this stream though, is fill in the river, get the redstone in for the semi-auto crop farm. Then I maybe want to jump onto a creative testing world and building world where I can sort of experiment with some lighting sources. So I kind of want to add lampposts here and there, but I want them to be light controlled, as in like using night sensors to tell when it's night or day, so that they can toggle on and off automatically, which will light up areas. Some of them won't be lampposts, because I have got lanterns sort of dotted around here and there in much darker areas. But I might also chuck in just some night sensors on some lamps without lampposts in certain areas too. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I have got like a prominent design in my head, and also eventually, I've mentioned this loads of times before, but I want this village, oh, just kind of ruined it there. I want this cottage eventually to be a village where villagers and mobs and peaceful mobs can roam around without the trouble of hostile mobs. So that's why I'm also going to add maybe some snow golem turrets here and there, with flaming projectiles, because I want this, yeah, again, to be a safe place where non-hostile mobs can roam around, where villagers can actually walk around and stuff, and I think it'd be really, really cool for that to happen, because this place would be its like own little commune. Yeah, again, really cool, really cute as well. And that's also I want to get that building done. So that's going to be sort of the main breeding chamber, also this space's trading hall, and I will actually use that every now and again just to get some books to then go and trade with the villagers I have over at the Farms Island. Well, what will be the Farms Island, because I've kind of torn all the farms down to make space for the industrial ones we're going to put in. And I think the idea for the inside of that, again, I've mentioned this loads of times before, there is a shop in London called Liberties, which is kind of like a Tudorish, bit Victorian as well. It's kind of this really, really old building that's been modernised over the year with sort of like not gold, but it's got like golden colours. It's like the colour palette, but also with things like glass and... You ever heard the theory, like the Shibboleth? I think it's the Shibboleth Theseus. It's a boat, and every time a plank of that boat rots, you replace it with a newer one. But the thing is, parts of Liberties are still there, and most of it, I think, is still there, which is the really cool thing about it. So I think the only sort of modern things in there are the actual shopping bits, like everything that's on display, and all the doors and windows. I think everything else is pretty much the same as it was a couple hundred years ago. Pardon me. Yeah, that's the idea for the inside of there. And actually, speaking of this, I'm planning to build a couple chandeliers here and there. And I do actually need to finish off some buildings up that way. But yeah, so the idea is to get this whole place finished by the end of March, just so that it's ready for April, when I do all the big stuff. Or start getting into all the big stuff. Now, there may be a bit of a slowdown during May, June, July time, because that's when I have exams. So, just telling you now that so that you can expect it when it comes. I know the dates of my exams, 2 of them are quite close together in May, and one of them's further away in June. I probably will be revising quite intensely, so streams will likely either be longer but spaced apart far more, or they'll be shorter and more rapid. So I think I might opt for the longer and more spaced apart ones, because I feel like I can get more done in them, and I think they'll work a bit better with, well, my work. Something I've just realised, I haven't filled these up all the way along, have I? Which is a bit dumb of me. I'll be fine. I watched that again recently. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did, I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. I know I'm a bit late to it, but it is a very good movie. I would suggest watching. And squeaking it! Yeah, so we're looking after a dog again, called Benji. He's had a haircut, and he looks like a carpet now. His fur is literally the texture of a carpet. It's really funny. He doesn't like his haircut. You can just tell. He tries to like turn away whenever you're talking about it. It's quite funny, but yeah. He's usually quite curly, but his hair's been cut recently because it got a bit too long. It's getting in his eyes and stuff. You might see him at some point. If you wanna... Hello. Ow! Why would you do that? He's right on the mic as well. You nana. Go away. Sorry, my brother just threw a pig toy at me. A pig toy for the dog. Stop hitting me. Oh, that's not good. So I had to sort something out for YouTube. My brother's currently sitting on my lap, and he's got very cold feet, and he's just putting them on my legs. But to be honest, I don't really mind because I'm used to the cold. Shush. Stop.
Yeah.
You're not cleaning your teeth. You're sitting on my lap and being annoying.
I didn't.
Go away. Stop it. I'm trying to do something. Trying to get something finished. No, I can't use the controller because you're sat on wire. No, I can't use it because you're sat on the water. There we go. Alright, that should be a bit better. Sorry if the audio is a bit terrible. It might be cutting off on the controller because I'm wrapping it around the chair. Huh? Yes. Because I know my way around the controller. Stop doing that. I don't mind you cold. I've had cold hands on my face today by the stylist because they had to put makeup on. No, they had to put makeup on me. No, it's a river. Because I'm gonna texture it and then.
What happened to the pumpkin?
What?
Like, the purple bit.
Oh, you'll have to watch the video to find out.
Just show it, just show it. Oh, was that for the update?
What? No. Just watch the. No, that was way after the update. You'll have to watch the video to find out. It's called Something Wicked This Way Comes Halloween Special, and it's on the Sh4d0wcraft YouTube channel, Shadow Dragon YouTube channel. But it's on the Sh4d0wcraft playlist. Shameless self-promotion. Huh? Stop it! No, you know I'm ticklish there. Stop it! Stop it! Otherwise I'll be forced to tickle you. Because that's slightly slower than this. Because it's recording what's being recorded, because otherwise it doesn't go to YouTube. And the thing is with Twitch, which is what I'm on right now, on here, Twitch, yeah, which is a streaming platform. Yes, okay. Streaming platform, it only stays up for 2 weeks, whereas on YouTube, it stays up forever unless I decide to take it down. Which is a benefit of YouTube streaming. It actually itches now. No, because itching it makes it worse. You should never itch something if it's itchy. Because A, it makes it worse. Also, it makes heat, which makes friction. We're not in either. Because this isn't a Minecraft. We're just at home, and I'm trying to stream and you're being annoying. That's your best quality. What's down where? It's just water. No, I'm trying to. No, it's not a whirlpool. It's just where the water's not formed properly. What this? Just showing my brother around. He hasn't seen this world yet. This is on my design as well. I use real life reference too, of a Tudor house. I'm going to put green glass in here, but with a... Listen. I'm going to put green concrete behind it, and then put an emerald, or like a couple emerald blocks in an item frame to show that this is a villager trading area. No. Actually I can, because they can't escape. There they are. No. Fine, actually the audience needs to see them anyway, so. Yes, that. I need to kill him actually, the one in green. Nitwits need to die. They're useless. They don't breed, and...
What, the one that...
The ones that wear green, they don't make more villagers, and they also don't get jobs. It's just a game mechanic. They're basically like neutral villagers. Huh? Yes. They still throw stuff when you get Hero of the Village though. Yeah. I think they do anyway. What am I doing? There's water over here.
What's that lever?
There's nothing.
Press it.
No, because there used to be a rail across here. That's how we got the villages in there. Oh look, it did nothing. Oh, like I said, there used to be rail there to get the villages in.
I thought you were hiding something.
No. I don't hide anything on here.
Hiding a statue of a girl on the ground.
Stop saying things like that, you nana. Oh, actually, that can be filled up by physics. Right, you need to go to bed now. What do you mean hide you? I can't hide you. He's not in here. He's in his bed. Yeah, he's up with her. He's in his bed. He's in his bed.
I'm with Willie.
Why did you tell me to hide you and now you've... 12 more days of school? Oh no. Theo, why did you do that? Yeah, that was my little bro, Theo. He's a bit of a nana. He can be annoying sometimes, but all round, he's a fun person. Oh, see Daisy. We go, returning right, so we best. I won't texture the river on stream. We'll have to do that at another point. But, yeah, we'll do that at some point off stream. Probably tomorrow evening. And then once that's done, we can get on to putting some other stuff in. So this is annoying here. I think what I can do is... Nope. Right, that's going to stay like that until I fix it. It is really annoying. I can actually go like this. Right, let's go fill this up then. Need to fill the bottom in first because I'm an idiot. So this goes into here. Oops, not there. Here. Yep. Any flowing water on the bottom needs to stop flowing so that the other water can go on top, otherwise things like this happen. Because water physics are weird in this game. So we've got one there, yeah, and then over here, and then one here, there, yeah. What? Yeah, yes. There we go. Right, just keep doing this all the way around. And the water should just join up. And if I do it every other block, because 3 is a water source, it should just work. Grab that, yeah. And I should be able to grab from here in a minute. There we go. Actually grab multiple sources now, which is fun. And And actually this is all still, so I should be able to place all this in too. There we go, you can see it all filling up. Super cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously you can waterlog stairs and slabs as well. So that's why I'm texturing afterwards rather than before. Otherwise it would be a bit of a nightmare to build. Oh, we've got this problem again. So this is where I think... I don't know, actually I don't know what's happening here. Is it something to do with... No, it's not. Right, it's another problem we'll have to figure out in a minute. I'm not talking to you! One there, yeah, that should be fine. Here. Yep. There. Maybe one there as well. And one here. Here. Oops. One here and there. Yeah, so you can see at some pots we have spots we have minor errors and occurrences of water flowage, which is annoying, but that will be fixed in the long run. Just trying to fix it now. I don't know why it does this. It just does this sometimes. Right, that needs to be filled in. There's close enough water over here. There we go. Right, it goes in there first. Yep. Now we've got this problem here, that's fine, we'll just leave that. Again, that's fine, we'll leave that for now. And we just need to go do all along here. And this should be all good. Just like that. We're not getting any water flowage here, but we are back over there, which is annoying. Well, that one needs to go there. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's all good. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. You know, this does actually go against the rocks over here, which in my opinion looks pretty cool. Some of this, again, I will replace with cobble when I go and texture it. Pardon me. And then obviously we'll add the floodgate in here at some point. But everything is looking pretty good so far. Okay, yeah, that's all gone good. That goes into there, that all fills up, and some of it will fill up automatically because of water physics. Again, they're weird, but they can be really good. So, we'll put one in there. That should fill all that up. Grab one here. In there, that should be all fine. Yeah. And then we come around this way. One here. One there. Again, also fill. And one here. Another also fill. One there. Yeah. One here. One there. One here. One there. Okay, we've got a bit of water flowage again. Not too great. be able to fix that. No. Again, I don't know why this happens, it just does sometimes. It's just how this game works. 3. Put one here. And that connects up all nicely. Okay, that's all done. So that's the full river done, if apart from the flowing parts, which again I'll sort out at a later date. And I'm hoping to maybe terraform some of this today as well. So this all needs to be turned into grass, because I'm going to do something with this guy over here. I actually need to build a backside of the dragon. And then we're going to maybe extend sort of this chasm outwards and down and curve it round this way. And then sort of maybe gently slope it down to the river. I'll probably do some of that off camera as well. But yes, first thing we need to do here is of course go ahead and do the redstone for this thing. So if I grab the observers, yeah, redstone, repeaters, whatever, bunch of dust because we're going to run a lot of lines. No, that should be it. Okay, so if I head into the farm now, so the idea is that the bottom does hide it all, because this is what is actually inside it. And how this works is this goes out by 7 on each side, and this is the 8th block. Now water spreads like that, so the water doesn't actually spill over the side. All it does is knocks the items off into these hoppers, which then collects into a chest somewhere else. Which will then be accessible through the water, probably like through the hole of a stair, and then that will be all good. So the idea for the redstone here is, actually if I head back down it will be much easier. We're going to do the underground redstone first, yeah. So as you can see here, this is going to activate the water, but if I put redstone there, you can see the water up the top. Now what I'm going to do is, actually let's go and find a place for the redstone first, because I haven't done that yet. So I'm guessing I want it to be near the floodgate, just to show that maybe it opens the floodgate as well. So we could have it actually just over, because we need it somewhere where the water's not going to interfere. So maybe on that block there. Nice and discreet, you can't really see it, but yeah, it definitely works. And actually for the floodgate I won't build a mound of dirt. What I'll do is build up some pillars here and then just put the floodgate in like that. Right, so now we need to take an output from this lever. So that comes out the back of this block, which goes under here. Now I will put all of this back afterwards. That goes round here, and this needs to go round to what quartz would lock in there. So we'll just fly in a second. Again, you can see that this. So imagine I'm an item, I get pushed to the edge, I fall off, and go into the hoppers. That's how the farm works. So this needs to go to position -168, and then again the same, obviously up by a couple. So -168 the first one, and then again for the second one. Now I chose to do the redstone afterwards because I wasn't sure how I wanted this thing to look. Because what I will usually do is build the farm first, and there, like the redstone and everything first, then put the build around it. But what I've done this time is reversed it because I didn't know how I wanted it to look. That's why I've done it like this. Mic is off a bit, there we go. It's back on. So we're going to run a redstone line out to the back of here. So if I break down into here, our shovel. Now this isn't going to interfere with, oh it is, that's bad. So we might actually have to go down a bit, and we do have to go down a bit anyway because it's where the thing is, so if we go this way a bit, so it was 68, and then 100. Oh, actually we need to go back a bit. Oh, so we're exactly under it, that's handy. Right, if we go this way a bit then, clear out a bit of space, it means that I can now have a bit of space to actually put the other redstone lines in. So if we go maybe a block, obviously the block goes here, dust goes on top. I'm going to have to take the water buckets out and put them back in, otherwise that's going to fire every time. Okay, that's going to be annoying. So all of the redstone, I won't actually connect it up yet. So that's the first one there. Yeah. And then we need to do it up by about 5 blocks. So same area. Oh, actually what I could do is, because I've got a bunch of spare observers, is maybe have this one detect when the water comes out, which will send the signal up to the one above it by a single tick, which will send the water out the one on top. And obviously the one underneath senses a tick which sets off the water, so they'll all flow in sync. Let's do that then. Yeah, for ones that are lined up, we'll do that, but if they're not lined up, we're going to have to find some way around it. So actually this one we can do the same thing as well. So if I put a block underneath with some redstone dust on it, and then we crouch. Nope. And place that, nope. There we go. That should now be facing down into that block. So when I break that, that should stop the water. Yeah. So now when water floods out of here, it'll activate that, which activates this block, powering the redstone, which activates that, which activates that observer, which in turn activates that thing. What I might have to do on the edges here is actually put down ice, because as you can currently see, they're not actually flowing into the hoppers. So I will put ice on the edge when this thing actually does go into production, otherwise it's not actually going to farm anything. So again, if we just go 1, 2, like this, nope. So we put a block here, crouch, place and jump, break that and break this. That should stop that water up the top. This one is at what? So minus 106, minus 108.77. Same level as the other one. That's not going to stay there. It's just a way for me to get in for now. So minus 108.77 is the other one. Yeah, okay, so minus 108, so if we go this way, maybe. And then if we go this way. 5, 7, 6, 7, 7. Should be an observer here. That's actually just broken block, which just fired and fired again. So put that down, that should turn it off, yeah. 2, 3. 2, 3. onto repeater, block, dust, dust, oh no, not repeater, dust. Okay, so then this one will actually need a repeater going into there. And this probably need a repeater as well. Probably need some more repeaters, to be honest. Again, I'm not going to connect this up yet, just because, yeah. But actually, no, I will connect this up, because I want to see if it does actually work. If I fly that, should see that those two are now filled with water. And we should see that these two on the bottom also filled with water. So that shows us that this is all working. So that's all good, that's all great. That's working and everything. I'm very happy. Okay, and now we can flick that off and hopefully everything will shut off as well. So if we flick that off, should see that that water dissipates. Just going to check the top ones as well, because you can never be too sure. So this one for some reason hasn't actually dissipated. And I'm kind of wondering why that is. So that one's disappeared, which means that this one should disappear as well. So what I'm going to do is take the water out and put it back in, and then if it's still not working, then we'll probably have problems here. I get this water back in. We go ahead and run this thing again. And obviously, if that water isn't going back in, it means we've got problems. So, it goes in, you can see the water up the top on both things. Flick it back off. You can see that the water dissipates on the other one, but not on the top one for some reason. So, my wonder is, why is it not dissipating on the other one? Why do you not want to cooperate? Because this definitely turns off. And obviously that water on the bottom goes as well. So I don't know why it's not... And the other one works just fine too. So that detects that, and that fires the water, and that it drops the water on the bottom, right? Which then means that that water should go as well. And like I said, it's working fine on the other one, but it doesn't work on this one for some reason. Which I find really strange. That has baffled me actually. I don't know why it doesn't work. I'm quite annoyed at that now actually as well. Why don't you shut off? Because there definitely is redstone there, you can see it, but no. If I break this and put it back. Yeah. Break this. Water's gone. Is it because the water's already in there? It might be because the water's already in there and it might be messing it up a bit. If I can get back up top somehow, here, if I can find my way back up to the top. So many rockets. It might be because the water's already in there. So if I take this out, drop down. Has this got redstone on it already? No, it hasn't. Right, so if we put that back on, that should fire that. That should be fine. That's got redstone on now, but it shouldn't be powered. So that's all good. We actually put one of these on here. Oh, we got iron in our inventory. That's handy. Go back over this way. Jump on here. On this fence. Oh, sorry. On here. On this fence post. Up here. And over there. Then we put the water back in. Then if I go fire this, hopefully it should now work. And if it doesn't, I will be utterly baffled. So obviously that fires on, and that fires everything fine, yeah? It goes around the corner, that's all good. And that signal strength is working, as you can see the sparks coming off of it, right? And that is obviously fired up the top. Now, if we go flick this off, I reckon it was because the water's on before, that should also dissipate up the top as well, because that's gone now. Why is that not going at the top? What the hell? I don't understand that. What is going on there? Why does it work for the other one but not this one? Right, we might have to do some different redstone here then. What we might have to do for this one is have it on its own pulse rather than connected to a different one. Yeah, so once again we'll take the water out. Put it back in. We'll have to, instead of having this one connect to the one below, what we'll have to do is actually take this observer out and directly connect a redstone line to this one. So we'll do that. So obviously that connects down there, so what I could do is, because that runs out the side here, I could dig a... That can't lower by any blocks, so that's going to have to run along the top. So if I dig out there, and actually if I make myself go up here, hopefully I can dig out to the side. So that obviously comes up to here, right? Oh, that's a problem though, because I can't go any further because it goes over the hoppers. And that's a problem, that's a really big problem. I did not think about this in testing, did I? Oh god. So the only way it could work is the other way that it was working before. Because otherwise it blocks this. That's really pissed me off. And the problem is, it should work like this, but for some reason it doesn't. Which is absolutely stupid. Because it works fine with... Unless it doesn't have enough of a... Does that go that does go directly to... Yeah, it does. So I don't know why it's not working. I put one there and one here, right? what I'm going to do is obviously that fires. And you can see that water is dripping, right? If I now break that, water stops dripping. So why does it not work when this fires? Yeah, okay. There's water up there. You can see that there's water up there. You can see it falling through. You can see it. Wait, what? Now there's not water. What the hell is going on? And now there's... Wait, so now there's water there. What? I think somehow the redstone has been put on backwards. I don't understand that. So, no, the water shouldn't be on now, because it's not... For God's sake. The water shouldn't be on now, because it's not been... Right, take this water out. Put it back in here. There we go. Right. The water should fire when that gets a pulse. Yes, okay. So now when I break this, which simulates the water retreating, yeah. So why does it not work with... I swear if this works, and it... Right. We put the water down, like that. You detect that, right? I pick that water up. It detects it, so why does it not work when I fire redstone? The hell? So it works when I do it by hand, but yes. Water goes away from that centre of block. And the water stays up there, what the hell? That shouldn't work like that. I've literally just proven that it shouldn't work like that, and it's just done it again. I don't understand what's going on here. I need to test something. Well, no, it doesn't know, because that obviously detects that, right? It's got nothing to do with this. It's got to do with the other one detecting water. But I've proven that by hand it detects it. So why is it not detect it when it's fired? Because the other one does the exact same thing. And yet it works. I don't understand this at all. This has absolutely baffled me. This is a stupid mechanic. Stupid, super fun. It's not anything I've done either, because... Yeah, it literally works on the other one. It's exactly the same. So why does it not work here, is my question. Why does this not work? Wait, let me think. Because that sees the water firing, right? So that obviously sends a signal into the block, which fires the redstone, which fires the observer, which toggles this off. So why is it? Unless it's getting a double signal, because it's too... No, because then the other one would get a double... I don't... What the hell? Well, it wouldn't be getting a double signal, otherwise this one would get a double signal. Right, tell you what, we're going to leave that for now. fires again. The bucket I don't understand that at all. No, because now I can't unless I go. This was meant to be the main one that works as well. I might just have to have that one up the top for show then, to show that it is a farming area, because that one doesn't want to work. Right, I'll have to do that then, won't I? I'll do that. Right, what we'll do is take this one out and just have this for show, because it doesn't want to work. Doesn't want to work, it's just going to have to be for show, because it does not want to work. It's nothing to do with game mechanics. Well, no, it is. It's got nothing to do with the way I've designed it, because it literally works on the other one, and it is identical to this one. Just don't know why it doesn't work. And it's got nothing to do with the strength of the pulse, because it wouldn't matter because of the observers. So I think something's gone wrong with the observers. Maybe it's just lag or a glitch or something, but yeah, it's just not working. If I can get up here, I might be able to fix it. So what I'm going to do now is just put this in and do this all the way around, and then just have this one here to show that it is a farming area. Yeah, so the problem I'm going to now have is is that going to affect the other ones? Because what I might need to do is grab some resin torches. Obviously this one works fine, and that's all good. This one, however, is separate to the other. So what I'm thinking is... Wait, where is this one? So this is minus 186, and the one next to it is minus 91, 94. Wait, what? That can't be right. Minus 186? Wait, but this one was minus 100. Oh, this was 68, wasn't it? So, wait, what was the other one? So, minus 186 and minus 91, 94. Minus 186 minus 91, 94. Okay, we can do that. So, minus hundreds minus 86. No, that's the wrong way. This way, and we should actually just break up into, yeah. Okay. So now what we should be able to do is just build a spiral upwards, because that's going to sit there, okay. Or I could just make an observer tower actually, yeah. So directly upwards to, actually, so we need to go this way. Hopefully upwards to there. So if I make up here and just build an observer tower up. Break that and actually place that in, and then just bring this all the way back. That should work fine. Oops. Nope, that's not good. These across. Oops. Go back by one. Ooh, that's not good actually. Actually, if that fires, right, does that then fire a tick out this way? Which in turn fires that. I want to test that quick. Let me flick this on. Does that then... I'll say this down at some point. Yeah, it doesn't work. Actually, that should work, because that's all powered, actually. That should work, in theory, yeah, because that's powered. So why is this not working? That's my question. I'll break that. Check that there. Yeah, that should be powering this. Which powers that? Which powers all of this? This probably isn't reached, does it? No, it does. Then, in theory, that should make the water go. Can't get out of here, can I? But I bet it hasn't, has it? I'm gonna go get some more rockets, because... Actually, tell you what, this has taken way too long, and it's testing my patience. So what I might actually do is pop onto a creative world and mock up some designs for some lampposts, just to chuck in here. Actually, what time are we on? Actually, to be honest, I might just call it here, because it's nearly 7 o'clock, so... Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been quite a struggle, but made some progress. Probably should have done the rest of them first, to be honest. But yeah, it's been fun. I hope you have enjoyed, and I certainly have. Well, mostly. Obviously, again, you can follow on Twitch if you don't want to miss out on streams. It doesn't cost you anything, and you can undo at any time. I do appreciate the support. Just typing in chat and stuff, that's fine as well. Same on YouTube, just typing in chat, and obviously subscribing over there doesn't cost anything. Again, you can unsubscribe at any time. Obviously, like the video if you wanna. You can clip this if you want. I don't really mind. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Also, I'm on Instagram and TikTok under the same name as Twitch and YouTube. So you can check me out there for some behind the scenes stuff. But that's been me, I reckon, and I'll see you in episode 27. Yeah, which should be coming out 1st of April, which is Saturday this week. So see you then. Goodbye.